that pie coming out. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Howdy folks, Grandpa Greenwald, old man with a pan. Well, today we're going to make some oatmeal cream pies. I had made this recipe a little while back, and I've been sampling them around town or sharing them around town. I wanted to just go ahead and show you how I put these cookies together, but also want to show a little bit about making cookies. Pretty much, cookies are all pretty standard. You mix your dry ingredients, your wet ingredients in a separate bowl, and then you combine the two and develop your cookie. So I want to kind of show that process a little bit. What else this morning? That's about it. Let's go ahead and get started on these cookies. They're good, 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 good. Let's go ahead and mix up these wet ingredients. So I have my scale out here with the bowl sitting on top. I zero that out. I'm going to make a double batch of these cookies today. So we need 150 grams of flour for each batch. So 300 grams of flour. I'm going to go ahead and measure that out. Well, that's 220 already. I got 309. 300 grams of, keeps jumping back up. 300 grams of flour exactly in there. And to that, I'm going to add a teaspoon and a half of baking soda. It'll make them nice and puffy. That'll interact with the baking soda, will interact with the molasses we're going to put in there and puff them up really nice. So there's one and a half of the baking soda. Again, this is a double recipe, so if you're following along, understand that we're doing a double recipe here. Okay, cinnamon, we need 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. And where's my one again? 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Salt. 1 teaspoon of salt for the double recipe. The recipe calls for a half. You make it a double, 1 teaspoon. And I've been using a lot of just the coarse salt. So this won't strain through, but we'll dump it in. We'll see where we're at and dump it in when we're done. All right, let's go ahead and sift this flour through. Amazing, just what we said. Our coarse salt is in the bottom of the strainer. All righty, the last thing we're gonna put in there is our oats. We need 70 grams of oats, so it'll be 140 grams in this double recipe. $140 grams of oats. Now we're done with that. Whisk, 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 whisk. And that's where we have our dry ingredients. We'll combine this with the wet ingredients and make our cookies. So I moved the KitchenAid over to start our wet ingredients. We're going to use that today with the double recipe. Two sticks, this is 113 grams. I have 2 sticks of softened room temperature butter. It needs to be softened in room temperature. It can't be running. It can't be running all over the place. It just needs to be soft so the mixer can cream it up. All right. And that's how he's nice and soft. Nice and soft. Not. There we go. Go ahead and give that a little whip. All righty, we're not getting a lot of traction down in there because we don't have a lot of ingredients. Next ingredient is brown sugar, 165 grams, so I need twice that. Let's do 330 grams. And this is nice and no lumps in this brown sugar. I don't see any lumps. 316, 330, 332. I'm not taking out 2 grams. All right, let's get this back on this. Let's get this back on the mixer. All right, let that whip up a little bit. We'll go ahead and scrape that down partway through to make sure we're getting it incorporated pretty good. But we're just gonna let that sit and mix. And I'll drop some other ingredients in as we're going. We've got 100 grams of white sugar. 100 exactly. Yay, first time. We'll go ahead and put that in also. Just let that mix around. 2 tablespoons of molasses. Goopy, 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 goopy. Yummy, 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 yummy. It gets in those cookies. Wow. Brings a great flavor. Two teaspoons of vanilla. Vanilla extract. And let me go ahead and scrape that bowl down a little bit. You got to scrape your bowl down. This butter and sugar will get stuck in the bottom. You'll have big lumps of things that you don't know what it is. Okay. All right, we'll whip up some more there. Then we'll add in 2 room temperature eggs. Let that whip up really nice. Let that go for about 5 minutes. Just let it go. I'm going to scrape the bowl down a couple more times. In the meantime, I'll check my ingredients. I'm perfectly good on the ingredients. We'll just let this go for about 5 minutes. You see the texture in that mixture. Let me go ahead and let her down and we'll show you what that texture looks like. All right, let's scrape the bowl down one more time. Wow, it's looking nice. Look at the texture of this. Look at the texture. It just kind of hangs there. It's mixed up nice and fluffy with the 2 different types of sugars and butters that combine really nice. Eggs and also vanilla in there. So it's time. We're going to add the flour or our dry ingredients in a little bit at a time, and I like to do it by just scraping some into a bowl and dumping it in. We're going to just do this. We'll add a little bit at a time. We're going to mix this till it's almost combined. All right. Okay, we're mixed it till it's almost combined. You can see some flour hanging out in there, flour hanging out in the bottom of the thing. And we want to finish this up by hand. And again, the reason is when you're doing baked goods, you don't want to beat it to death. You want your cookies to remain nice and soft. You don't want to just call it even. And again, I'm going to just finish it by Finish it by hand to get all of that and just fold it over on itself. It'll pick up the remainder of those pieces of flour and combine it into your dough. Ready to start scooping. This is a no chill dough. So how'd that get out there? We're ready to start making our cookies. All right, I have the oven preheated for 350 degrees. It's time to scoop out the cookies. I have a cookie scoop here. It's a 1 ounce cookie scoop, and I'm gonna try to do standard size with just a full level scoop if I can get it out like that. Because the cookies, they do spread and they do get big. Well, I'm just filling up the scoop, scraping it off. We'll put about 8 on a pan. We'll see. I'll see how it comes out like. So that should give us pretty consistent cookies. You want the cookies to be as consistent, I'm gonna put one more in here, as consistent as you can to match them up and make your oatmeal pies look good. There you go. Move them around a little bit, keep them. We'll see when they come out, you'll see exactly what this is doing. Let me get another pan ready. There you go. So we had a couple pans ready to go. We'll jump back in here and take a look at them in just a few minutes. All right, that's our last batch. Again, you can compare turn that off. You can compare the ones that have set up to these ones that just came out to see how the centers are all nice and light and stuff. As those set up, they'll darken up. And this darkness is actually from the molasses in the brown sugar. Boy, those are beautiful cookies there. All right, we have our cookies cooled off finally. So what we're going to do now, we're going to make our icing for them. But before we do that, we're trying to match up our cookies by size. So, boy, that's a nice size there. Here's a big one. There's a big one to go with it, right there. And they don't have to be perfect. They're gonna be yummy, 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 no matter what they look like. So there you go. We got our cookies matched up. Let's go ahead and make our icing now. All right. So our buttercream icing is going to have 2 sticks of butter and 1 entire package of cream cheese down in there. And again, room temperature. All right, let me see if I can whip this cream cheese in there. As we're whipping this, we're adding a lot of air and fluffing the butter and the cream cheese up. A couple teaspoons of vanilla. A little more vanilla. A little bit of powdered sugar. Again, the single recipe calls for 2 cups. I don't believe I'm using that much powdered sugar here, but we'll add as we go. And I'm doing this a little bit at a time because it has a habit of fluffing, puffing up in the air, and I'd rather thicken it in the bowl than thin it out. I think we're pretty close right there. Cleaned off the beater's pretty good. Look at this icing all fluffy and holy moly, holy moly, holy moly. Time to start stuffing. This is the fun part when everything comes together at the end. So let's pull these over here, and all I'm going to do, I can take a piping bag and put it in. I'll just take some cream and put it in the middle of that pie and put a top on it. It's going to be perfectly fine. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, look at that pie coming out. Yummy, yummy, yummy. No certain amount, just to put them in there. And they'll be perfectly good oatmeal cream pies. Love it, love it, love it. Love it how it just comes together like that. And it really makes no difference if you don't put quite enough. It'll just be a little bit, or not quite enough. If you don't put a lot, it'll just be a little bit thinner oatmeal cream pie, but they're double cookies anyway. You don't need, how much sweets do you need in there? Oh, yeah. Just gonna squeeze it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Well, there you go. We have our oatmeal cream pies done. Let me straighten this up a little bit. We'll get a few pictures and we'll